Hello, welcome to Lucy's Friendly Foods first ever video. I'm Lucy. I've been writing a friendly food blog for about 8 years, so you may have come across it. It features foods which are free from milk, eggs, peanuts and sesame seeds, as well as other things. And it was created because my children have food allergies and I wanted them to be able to eat anything they wanted. All those things which were out of bounds I wanted to be able to recreate. And today, in our first ever video, I'm going to create some mini chocolate chip muffins. The inspiration is those little muffins you get in boxes in supermarkets, which always look very tempting but have never been on our shopping list because they contain milk and eggs. This is, as I say, my first video, so apologies if it's not that slick, but I thought whilst we're all at home it's a perfect opportunity to try something new. So first of all, you will need just some simple cupboard ingredients that hopefully you'll have in. I know there's a big lack of flour at the moment, but this only needs 125 grams of plain flour. You'll also need some caster sugar, some baking powder, some margarine of your choice. We have dairy-free margarine because we're a dairy-free household. Milk of choice, again we use dairy-free and I choose Oatly. Some yogurt of choice, again dairy-free for us, as well as some chocolate chips and a bit of salt, and that's all you'll need. So this recipe will create about 24 mini muffins. So if you have a mini muffin tin like this, it would be perfect. Or you can make 6 to 9 just normal size muffins. So the first thing you should do is line the muffin tin and preheat your oven to 190 degrees centigrade or gas mark 5. Next, we'll get a bowl . And a wooden spoon. It's very easy, this recipe, and it's perfect for doing at home with your children. So into the bowl we'll add the dry ingredients. So we have 125 grams of plain flour, or 1 cup of plain flour. Next we've got caster sugar. We have 70 grams of caster sugar, or 1/3 of a cup. You'll also want a pinch of salt, quite a big pinch, and half a tablespoon of baking powder. It seems like quite a lot of baking powder, but that's because that's where you get the rise from. So just give that a little stir. Then put that to one side. In another bowl, you'll want to add 75 millilitres of milk of choice. This is Oatly milk, which is 1/3 of a cup. To that, half a cup, or 125 grams of yogurt. I've used vanilla soya yogurt because ideally I'd put vanilla in this recipe, but I don't have any, and right now is not the time to be nipping to the shops, so we'll have to make do. Also to that, I'm going to add 55 grams, or 1/4 of a cup of melted margarine. So simply mix that together and you have your two sets of ingredients. I will also at this point add my chocolate chips. You could use blueberries or other fruit if you rather, or even nuts if you eat nuts, they would be quite nice. But I'm going for chocolate chips because I know everyone likes them. I've added 2 small bags of chocolate drops, so that's 50 grams. You could use chopped up chocolate if you don't have any chocolate chips. So I've just stirred it together and I'm going to pour in the wet ingredients. As I said, it's very easy, this recipe. I think people always think dairy and egg-free baking is hard. In fact, I think it's probably easier, but everyone feels a bit confused when they don't use the ingredients they normally do. So you'll simply stir it together like that. You don't want it to be that smooth, it's a muffin mix, so it should look a little bit lumpy, if you can see there. But you don't want any raw bits of flour. There, that's perfect. And now we grab our mini muffin tin. If you use a small spoon, I would half fill each muffin case. I'll show you in a second. Like that. And I will carry on and fill the rest. Okay, so I've now filled the entire tray. As you can see, they're not that full because they will rise up. And now I have another 25 grams of chocolate chips, which I'm going to sprinkle on top because I think it makes them look even nicer. It doesn't have to be neat, just so it looks pretty on top. You could, if you rather, you could add some demerara sugar to the top to give a slightly crunchy top, or nothing at all would still be as nice, but this is my preference. So there, once we've got all those on, I'm going to pop it into the oven. As I said, it's 190 degrees, gas mark 5, and these should take about 12 minutes. If you're making larger size, regular size muffins, I would give it 20 minutes. And so here they go. So I've taken them out of the oven. They actually took 14 minutes today, I think because I overfilled some of them and underfilled others, but there you go, that's how they look. What I'll do now is just take them out, put them on a cooling rack, and then they'll be ready to eat. What I sometimes do with these muffins is freeze them, and then I put them frozen into lunch boxes, and they make a perfect little sweet treat. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know. You can also follow me on Instagram at Lucy's Friendly Foods. I'm on Facebook and WordPress and Twitter, which is at Parlox. But yes, let me know if you enjoyed having a video. This recipe will be up on my blog shortly. So in case you forget the instructions or the quantities, you'll be able to find it there. And hope to see you soon.